everybody, no one, the indefinite pronouns, they are, no one are considered as singular and they take singular verbs. For example, everybody was helpful. Everyone is happy. No one is. No one has made a mistake, etc. They take singular verbs. Some plural expressions of time, distance, price, and weight. The expressions of time, distance, price, and weight. They take singular verb. These expressions of time, distance, price, and weight. For example, 10 hours is not a 10 hours is not enough for him to complete his work. 10 hours, expression of time, though written in plural, takes singular verb. Another example, 2.5 kilograms of rice is not sufficient. Again, 2.5 kilograms. The expression is the expression of time, distance, price, and weight may be taken in expressed in plural, but they take singular verb. ₹5 is a very nominal amount. However, we say this. Next number. If you need any explanation, then please ask me, okay? If you need some explanations, ask me.
Okay, sir.
Mass nouns, abstract nouns, mass nouns, abstract nouns, infinitive clauses, and I will give an example of each. Gerundive clauses are considered as singular and hence take singular verbs. Example, abstract noun. Milk tastes sweet. The troop is marching. The troop, mass nouns. Milk not abstract. Abstract noun. Abstract noun example. Hazur. Oh. Beauty depends on the eyes of the beholders. So this is abstract noun. Abstract noun takes this infinitive clauses. To help yourself is to help others. To help yourself is to help others. To help yourself is infinitive clauses, means starting with to infinitive, 2 plus p1. To infinitive means 2 plus p1. This is an example of this. And then gerundive clauses means using ing form of the verb as a noun, as subject is gerundive clauses. Gerund. Buying tickets. Buying tickets here is very difficult. So buying is gerundive clause. Buying. When ing form of the verb is used as a noun, then we call that gerund. We use singular verb. About this 10 number is important. All are important, however, 10 number also is important. When two subjects are joined by, with, joined by, with, along with, together with, as well as, no less than, in addition to along with, together with, together, in addition to, together, except, together with, together, together, except, except, besides, then, the verb agrees, then, besides, then, the verb agrees with the first subject. Example. Rohan with his family members is enjoying the picnic. First subject, with his family members, has nothing to do with the subject, so this verb agrees with the first subject. Next, Sita, along with her friends, has submitted the assignment. This is the subject, joined by along with her friends. Along with her friends is not the subject of a sentence. This is not the subject of a sentence. Has agrees with the first subject. Together with his dogs is roaming. He, as well as his friends, is happy, not are happy. You are right. He, as well as his friends, is happy, not are happy. Why? It works out like this. He, just my father, who handles lots of businesses, has gone missing. This is only an extra information provided in the sentence. This serves only as this part is works as an extra information provided in the sentence. But this has nothing to do with the sentence. It has nothing to do with the sentence. The main part of the sentence is not this part. My father has gone missing. So lots of businesses is not the subject. The same thing, the same argument applies here as well as. When a subject is followed by as well as, whatever is like he, subject, plus as well as plus plural noun. This plural noun has nothing to do with the subject. This plural noun is not the subject. This is only a plural noun. So subject of the sentence is this, he. So this determines whether here is or are. Just to He as well as his friends is happy. His friends as well as he are happy. We don't say his friends as well as he is happy. We don't. When the subject of a sentence, when the subject is preceded by with, along with, together with, as well as, no less than, in addition to, except, behind, we use the first subject as a subject of a sentence, and the verb has to agree with the first subject. Just to Rohan, except his friends, is present in the class today. Next, one question related to this, especially with this question has been asked. This highlighted in purple. And under subject verb agreement section, similar kinds of question may be asked again and again. Next, if the subject of a sentence begins with the fraction, if the subject of a sentence begins with a fraction, like half of, sum of, 1/3 of, 2/3, 1/3 of, 2/3, 1/4, etc. The verb agrees with a noun or pronoun, that comes after the preposition of. Example, 2/3 of the article. 2/3 of the article is missing. 2/3 of the articles are missing. 2/3 of the article is missing. Fraction, the articles are missing fractions. So if preposition of is followed by singular noun or pronoun, use singular verb. If preposition of is followed by plural noun or pronoun, when the sentence begins with the fraction, then use plural verb. Another example, half of it is missing. Half of them has been missing. Some of the boys, some of the milk is left. 2/3 of the boys are absent. 2/3 of the boys are absent. half of them are bad, half of it is rotten, etc. If the subject of a sentence begins with a number of, always plural. If the subject of a sentence begins with a phrase, a number of, then the verb is always plural. But if the subject begins with the number of, then the verb is singular. This is important. Example, a number of children are playing outside. A number of children are playing outside. The number of students in the classroom is hard working. The number is the subject here. Is hardworking. A number of children means a number of children itself is a subject. The number means only the number is subject, not the noun that follows. Whereas a number of children includes the whole phrase, the number of a number of children. This question has also been asked. A question related to this rule number 12 has also been asked earlier. अगाडि कहिले सोधेको छ एउटा एक्जाममा. Next, words like nouns such as cattle, clergy, gentry, people, police, public, poultry, swine, vermin, surroundings, looks, premises, outskirts, clothes, they are all considered as plural. We use plural form of the verb with के सँग cattle are grazing, clergy, gentry, people, police, swine, poultry, public, vermin, looks, surroundings. If these words appear as subject, outskirts, premises, earnings, clothes, etc. There are still some more lists. For example, trousers, scissors, shirts, shoes, pajamas, tights, glasses, tweezers, tongs, and what is that we put on our hands? Gloves. Gloves. They consist of parts and they are always considered plural. Binoculars, etc. They always take. For example, your trousers are expensive, your scissors are not very sharp, but the pair of trousers is. The pair is, otherwise, always plural. Examples: your trousers are very expensive. Another example, the scissors are sharp. However, this pair of trousers is new. If the word the pair appears there in front, then it doesn't take plural. Otherwise, when these words appear as subject, then they always take plural verb.
Pants, sir.
Yes, yes. Anna?
Pants.
I didn't get you properly.
लगाउने पेन के सर
घरमा लगाउने पेन्ट.
होइन न लुगा पाइन्ट पाइन्ट
Okay. Pant doesn't occur in pair. A pair of pants. My pants. If you use plural, use plural. Otherwise, pants. Pants are. It also occurs in plural. It takes are. The pant I purchased yesterday. We don't say the pant. Do we say the pant or the pants? Let me check. खुल्दैन. There is a difference. One is in American English, they say pants. In British English, they say pant. Some nouns referring to subjects, though they appear in plural, they take singular verb. For example, physics, though written in plural, but they take singular verb. Subjects. Just to number 14. Sorry, 14. We use singular forms of the verbs with the following. Physics, economics, statistics, mathematics. With these subjects we use, though they appear in plural, we use singular verb. Other list of words that we use singular verb is like some sports, gymnastics, gymnastics, athletics, balls, etc. with these sports. And with illness, measles always plural, mumps always, they are the name of the diseases, always plural. Always singular. The words appear in plural, but they take singular verbs. And the word news always take plural. Similarly, there is another word, wages. It has special uses. For example, the wages of sin is heavy. The wages of sin is heavy. Wages are paid on Sundays. If wage as salary are, if wage as sin, then singular. This is an exception. For example, another example is there is an apple. There are lots of apples. So what follows after there determines whether there should be singular verb or plural verb. Similarly, even if the title of the books, if the title of the books appear plural, but it takes singular verb. For example, Hard Times is an interesting novel. The title of the book, though it appears the title of the book or the title of the family, sorry, the title of the book or the title of the story, though they appear in plural, they take singular verb. Next, collective nouns, like, example, collective nouns, class, a class of, committee, jury, family, government, team, family, government, team, cabinet, troop, bunch. If they refer to singular unit, they take singular verb. If they refer to a singular unit, they take singular verb. If they refer to a plural unit, they take plural verb. The committee has agreed, the committee were divided. The committee, your team, team, troop, no. Exclude these. The troop of army is 80. Class, committee, jury, family, government, cabinet. If they refer to single unit, they take singular verb. If they refer to a single unit, they take singular verb. But if they refer to collection of individuals, they take plural verb. For example, the family has 5 members, including me. The family has 5. My family has 5 members, including me. The family were the jury, not family. The jury were divided in their opinion. The jury were divided in their opinion. The jury, group of judges, has elected its president. This word tells us that there we should be where. This word tells us that we should use singular verb here. The word that comes after the verb. The committee has submitted its proposal. The committee has submitted their proposal. The committee were divided on the matter of COVID. Here, this word, the committee, refers to more than one. The committee were divided. The committee has submitted on its proposal. We are दुईटै हुन्छ. Depends on whether the committee refers to group of individual in the group, one in the group. If it refers to those people in the group individually, then where if the collective noun, these collective nouns refer to the whole group of people as one unit, then use singular form. लगभग this much will be sufficient for you. यति भए पुग्छ rule. Now let's move on to some other bunches of rules that we have left in here. यसमा नभएको अरु रुलहरु हेर्दै जाउँ अब. Let's follow if we miss any. First, let me figure out the files. It will be a kind of revision as well. Now, look at what appears there on your screen. Rule 1. When two subjects are joined by and, the verb is plural. Got it? I want one or two of you to volunteer me. If you have not already noted the rule, please make a note of it. Otherwise, just keep on scrolling. Read it, we'll keep on scrolling. Will work as a kind of revision as well. When two subjects are joined by and, the verb is plural. My friend and his father are in India. You and I are your not sister. The wealth and happiness are table and chair where, etc. Number 2. This also we have already done. Just go through an example. This one, the highlighted one is important because I have seen many students committing mistakes in it. They make mistakes here. One of the books are they right? So one of the is always followed by singular verb. One of the plus plural noun, singular verb like this. One of the plus plural. One of the plus plural noun is always followed by singular verb. This rule number 6 is important. Are you all following the screen?
Yes, sir.
All you need to do is to just read what appears there. And if you need to make note, please let me know. This rule number 9 says if there are two subjects joined by either or, neither, nor, or nor, then the plural subject has to be kept nearer to the verb and the verb has to be made plural. But the question will not be asked like this always. For example, either the farmer or his sons, either his sons or the farmer, the question can be asked like this as well. Means either plus plural verb or singular verb any. The subject any. The subject can be placed, the plural subject can be placed after either, or the plural subject can be placed after or. Next, when the subjects joined by or nor, either neither, either or neither nor are different persons, the verb agree with the nearest subject. But especially the plural subject is placed near the verb, it says, but it can be placed anywhere. Rule number 12, not needed. This we have already read. Nouns qualified by each and every takes singular verb. Every man and woman on this earth has this rule also we have already done. One probable question that might be asked to you in the exam is related to this rule as well. A sentence beginning with each or every. Not only, but also with, together with, along with the first subject. None can be used both singular or as plural. None of the students have, none plus uncountable noun plus singular verb. None of the idea is impressive. Even uncountable noun can be replaced with abstract noun as well. So depending on the kind of the subject used, none can take both singular and plural verb. No example is needed, no examples are needed. If the sentence comes like this, if the question comes like this, like each one of you, then it is always better to remove this prepositional phrase. A word that begins after preposition of each one remains. Now each one takes has or have, each one takes has. There is another slide that illustrate all these kinds of rules. We'll go through that as well. If the preposition phrase comes after the subject, if the preposition phrase comes after the subject, then always eliminate that phrase. Means group of words that's attached to the preposition is prepositional phrase. The prepositional phrase now what remains is each one has to suffer. Now again remove this for it. Now you have each one has to suffer. This preposition phrase also you remove, begins with of. For is also preposition, you remove. Now you have each one dash to suffer. Now has or have, has. Now why here are not is, though each is here, but this is not the subject. Here in the example that each, the word each there is not the subject. The subject is they. Of indefinite pronouns we have already read. So these rules you can go through on your own later on. I'm leaving today 5 minutes earlier. As a 5 minute अगाडि नै छोड्दिनु. I will send you another file as well. मसँग भएको म subject verb agreement को सबै फाइल दिइदिन्छु, पठाइदिन्छु. Go through all of them except one, and that one will go through tomorrow. भोलि एक दिन अझ यसलाई जाउँ, and then we'll sum up the class related to direct indirect speech. Sorry, subject verb agreement.
Okay,
I will
sir.
send the rest of the file except the one. And after you go through all the files that I sent, agi padako class ko pani I will change it into, convert it into PDF. This one also I send you. And the rest of the files, there are 2 or 3 other files, I'll send them all except one that will go through tomorrow. We'll go through it tomorrow, and after that I will send you that file as well. Otherwise there will be too many files for you to go through in a day.
Okay, sir.
First, whenever you are revising, go through the lesson wala file. Subject verb agreement lesson. Thank you and have a great day. Wait for a minute or two. So whom shall I send? I will be sending the files to Umesh Hamal today.
Okay, sir.
First, let me convert today's lesson into PDF. And I couldn't take yesterday's class because I had to go to Pashupatinath to cremate one of the younger neighbor here, who was in his early 30s.
Oh, so sad, sir.
Yes, and he passed away all of a sudden in less than 3 or 4 days' time. He passed away, and people say that he suffered from COVID. So here is the first, and if the file consists of password, then type 1011, okay? If any file asks for password, then type 1011. So here is today's lesson. Direct indirect speech lesson. Wait a minute. Oh, not direct indirect. Subject verb agreement. Important to So here I send him 4 files: subject verb agreement lesson, subject verb agreement 1, 3, and subject verb agreement only. Go through these. First, revise the lesson, go through the lesson once again. And then if the file asks for the password, type 1011.
Okay, sir.
1011 if it asks for password. Otherwise, there are 4 files, and we will go through one of the files again tomorrow and we'll sum this up. So I have already sent it to Mr. Hamad. Rajendra sir. Rajendra sir. Hello Rajendra bro, kata janu bhayo? So go through this file. The files were very beneficial for you. Herne ni ekchoti sabai.
Okay, sir.
And then we'll go through active and passive voice as well after this is over.